Hi, I'm Jennifer Gilmour, and I'm an author and advocate for women in abusive relationships. And today I thought I would tell you a bit about Isolation Junction. I haven't actually recorded any footage of me talking about Isolation Junction, and it's about time that I had done because this is my debut novel. This is something that is very personal and close to home, and so I want to talk a bit today about that. For those of you who haven't heard about Isolation Junction, the vision behind it was to educate people on domestic abuse, even more specifically looking at coercive control and emotional abuse, and basically doing that through a form of entertainment, because you can read this. It's a novel, it's a work of fiction, it is based on true events, that of my own and other women, but you can read it as a reader, and people often come out of the other end thinking about relationships, perhaps family members, and querying what domestic abuse can look like. Again, that more specific side of coercive control. This is the second edition. It was first published with a different cover in 2016, but it has been republished with Picked Publishing last year in 2018. I'm very proud to republish it, give it a new cover, a new look, and with a new editor. The vision I had originally was to create this going back and forth in time and having flashbacks, whereas here you get the whole chronological order. So I will talk a bit about that. It has received Amazon bestseller status, and it is something I would never have imagined. This was merely a vision when I was in a recovery course, and I was wondering why on earth I was getting educated about domestic abuse and what domestic abuse looks like after I'd been through it. And in that moment I decided that I needed to do something. I've always written work. I really love writing poetry, and I have a lot of unfinished books, novels from even when I was a child, with sketches and character profiles. And for me, this was basically the book with the message, the passion, and the drive to complete it. So I want to read the back synopsis for you so you get an idea of what Isolation Junction is about, and I hope you enjoy. So, 100 reasons to leave and 1,000 reasons to stay. When Rose married the love of her life, she was expecting the perfect family life she'd always dreamed of. But before her first child was born, her husband Darren changed. Almost overnight, Rose's life is turned upside down, and the life she'd envisioned seemed like an impossible dream. As Darren's abuse deepens, Rose has 100 reasons to leave, but 1,000 of why she can't. Will she ever escape the hellish life she and her children are trapped in? Can Rose stop her life spiralling further out of control? Can she find the life she desperately wants for her children? Stuck at Isolation Junction, which way will Rose turn? And then I want to read the next bit because it explains the second edition. So, this second edition details the emotional abuse one woman endured before finding the confidence to try and regain her independence. A story many people find themselves in, but one which few find the strength to talk about. Isolation Junction takes us on a journey through the emotional nightmare of domestic abuse, with the hope it will embolden others to find the courage to speak out. So that's Isolation Junction in like the smallest nutshell that I can give. I'm very also proud of the fact that this was originally funded by a Kickstarter campaign. It was overfunded, and in the book the thank yous are listed, as you can see. There, the names of people that supported it. So very thankful to those supporters, and some of those who continue to support my work today through the drip if you haven't heard about the Drip platform, please do have a look. I'll pop the information in the description and hopefully a card here so you can check it out on YouTube as well. But basically it's a membership platform. You can opt into £1, £3, £5, £6, £10, £20 a month, and for each tier there is a different benefit. There is some unpublished written work on that Drip platform, and for those who subscribe, they are really enjoying the content that I'm putting on there. I'm also giving a background information, the knowledge that I learn as I take on my journey, as I gain more knowledge in the sector and speak to people and have the opportunities to interview them as well. It's something that is being reinvested into projects, so do have a look at that. But again, want to mention that the people in the Kickstarter campaign, very thankful to them, because without them I wouldn't have even begun. There is something else I wanted to mention. I want to read out the dedication of this book because dedications are so nice to read in books. I always want to read that first. It's the first thing I read, and for this really resounds as to why I wrote the book and also my personal life. So here we go. So this book is dedicated to the thousands of people who find themselves, through no fault of their own, in relationships ruled by domestic abuse, but also to my husband, children, family and friends who gave me the courage and the means to break free and live my life free of control. You know who you are, and I love you all. And I won't get emotional, but I am getting emotional. But if you could have told me when I decided to even try and attempt to write Isolation Junction that this is where I would be now, I wouldn't have believed you. I would have thought I wouldn't have had the confidence to even attempt to do the things that I'm doing. And I am just so thankful for the support and for those people that believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself. So thank you so much, and thank you for watching even my YouTube videos on here. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and comment, because that's what really helps this channel to be on its way to thrive. I have a vision for this channel and hope that it will continue to grow. So thank you very much, and I will love you and leave you. And remember that together we are louder.